We are now officially ready. The other side is all rocks. It looks like it's all sand and dirt. Of course, when we get off this mountain, you never know. Don't usually open carry, but all this armor on. I don't know if they put all these rocks here just to keep it from washing out. These are natural. It's like a little of both. As long as it stays dry, we're good. Yeah, looks like it's been wet up here recently. Pretty easy terrain. See, on the side of the roads they have those rocks stacked up there, I guess to minimize the washout when it has rain. Wait, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Bigfoot. Smells kind of squatchy in here. But that's why I love the KLRs, because you can do stuff like this. You can actually get much more aggressive than this. You could probably bring a beamer in here. There's Bigfoot trying to block the trail with a tree there. Honey badger don't care. He's crazy. I sat on one of those Kawasaki shops the other day. Man, they sure are nice, but they're big and they are heavy. On paper, they're only like 100 pounds, 120 pounds heavier than the KLR, but it feels a whole lot heavier. Here in Colorado, I sat on James's Harley, and just to lift that thing up, I'm used to this. This one weighs like, I think, 430 pounds. You know, those Harleys, Tony and James, they're like twice that. They're like 800 plus. And just to lift that thing up, I'm like, holy moly. No wonder they don't want to get in the gravel, get on these trails. If I had that bike, I wouldn't want to do this too. Not with that. But I don't have that, I have this. So all is happy in the world. Runoff stream over there. I just wonder how many people have ever come down this road. How long has this road been here? Some people said the K-Trail was an old military road. But I don't know, it's public land. Most of it's in public land. When you get up by Clayton, there's a lot of private land up there, and of course you got private land, a lot of those people, which I respect. They don't want people riding motorcycles through the middle of their property. If I had property, I probably wouldn't want to do that either. I don't know, I wouldn't have a problem with it. If I had a bunch of valuable stuff out there, I would think twice, you know, just for the human nature of people getting in your stuff and all that. But some of the websites or blogs and stuff are saying that a lot of the owners are putting nails on the trail, in the road, like in the sand, you know. Oh, look at that. There's an old cabin. Let's see here. What was I talking about? I was thinking about going back in there, but stop too many times, I won't be able to see those houses before it gets dark. But anyway, a lot of that land's bought up. It's landlocked because there's no access there. So a friend of mine at the gun show had land on the K Trail. It backed up the back of his property, covered the K Trail. Oh, look at there. There's a tower and a house. Whew. Hello, hello. Go up there and change the light bulbs for me. And he said he saw a bear up there, you know, which, you know, we saw a bear up there, a bear up there too. But there's no real way to get back up into a lot of that. Sorry, it's kind of rough here. So you buy it, you got it, and unless you've got a helicopter, you know, not usually people aren't too keen about letting the highway go through their property, so people could get access. Now, if they did that, the property value would. We got to go look at that. Oh, this is it. These were the houses. It's like a cabin. It's like a rental cabin. Reserved parking for mayor. Mayor of what? I wonder if someone lives here. Does not look like someone lives here. See, they got wire on the windows and the doors, I guess, so the bears don't get in there. And these are pretty far up in here. There's no camper. Why you got camper here if you got a house? Wonder if they own all these. I want to see that cabin, that stone one, which was, they got a smoker over there. Man, I bet they have such a problem with people messing with these. I'm not going to mess with anything. I'm just looking. Hey, look at that. We're not going to cross their fence. And I hope this camera can see that stone, a metal roof, and he's got a metal door on there. That might as well be the Alamo. Man, that's awesome. I didn't think we were going to run across them so quick. Or maybe there's more. And these are just some. Alright, GPS says we got 7.5 miles to go till we take a left and go up on 83. That's pretty neat though. It'd be hard to get up here, hard to upkeep. You know. That's a Forest Service gate right there. So there's a trail that might be private. No, this is all public, so I don't know. We don't need to go that way. We need to go this way. Oh, lots of rocks on these hills. Baby head rocks. I don't know if I'd want to be that isolated. I have a fork brace on here for this very thing, but you can still feel the play in the forks in the front tire. There we go. KLR. Coming around these corners, you never know. That's when we saw that bear, and I didn't have my camera on. I wish I would have. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wet sand, wet sand. Straight and easy. What is this up here on the rock? In the middle of the trail there? Oh, those are rocks. This trail actually goes into Arkansas. It makes a big loop. It goes, if you don't, we're going to take a left up here, but if you don't take a left, keep going straight, it makes a big circle to the right clockwise. Hooks over, and for a small part of it, it is actually in Arkansas, and I was going to just straddle that and just, Oklahoma, Arkansas, but anyway. But I don't think I'm going to go that far because it's late. I want to get to that blue hole tomorrow. Rocks, 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 and a cliff, cliff, cliff. This is why we put skid plates and armor on our motorcycles. Now this is like the other side. It's a little rough. Woo! Well, it's nice and cool down here. Lots of rocks. I guess if I lived here, I'd probably build a stone house because you got rock everywhere. Six miles to go. So I have to talk before 6 miles. It's going to take us 3 days to do it, so we're going to talk for 3 days. They ought to scan this place with that LiDAR technology. I posted on Facebook. I saw it on the National Geographic channel the other day. I was watching the thing about it. It's called LiDAR. LYDAR, I'm guessing at the spelling. And what they do is they fly over the forest. It has such a thick, heavy canopy. And of course, you could search that stuff for 100 years and not find half anything. And so what they do is they fly over it with the airplane, and it shoots lasers down, and it's able to map the terrain underneath the canopy. So within a matter, once they, this is getting pretty rough. Once they get through, I hope I don't get in a mud bog down here. Once they get through flying over it, then they hook it on a computer program, and it takes all the trees out. Come on, baby. And within a minute, they found several other Mayan cities that were skid plate that were unknown. And I'm like, man, that's incredible technology. Absolutely incredible. I wonder if you did that here, if you would find anything. I don't know. I think this area was all Native Americans, and of course they don't build castles, but they did have the Vikings out here. They had, well, if you believe that, they have the rune stone up in Heber, whatever, which is just like 30 minutes north of here. And we've been there and saw that. When it's really cool. I believe it. You know, I believe they were there. But the problem is that they tell you a little bit about it. They show you a little bit about it. And then they stop. Because the rune stone, you know, they've got a little house built around it. And you go there and you see it. It's interesting. Took pictures of it, took video of it. I compared it to this other guy, archaeology YouTube channel, who completely said the meaning was totally different than what they were saying, but pretty much the general consensus is that it's marking a burial site in a cave. And they're like, that cave is right there behind that rock. And I'm like, well, let's move that rock and check it out. They're like, well, we don't have the funds because it was a national monument. Like, I don't know exactly how that works, but the government gave it to the city of Heber, which from what I understand is quite a low-income area. So everything you do there is donation, you know, they want donation for this, donation for that, which is fine. But they just don't have the money to excavate it properly. So it's just going to sit there. And they have all these stories about, oh, these old guys said that you know, their dog went down there and went in the cave, and you know, before it washed out and all the rock fell over it and never came back. And they said there's some caves up there on the other side of the ridge. I asked the lady, I said, where are those caves? And oh, well, you can't get to them. Why not? Why don't you want me to get to them? And but anyway, this is slow going through here. I just don't like that. I'm like, I don't want to destroy anything. I want to preserve everything. But I want to know. I want to know what the truth is. Man, that was some rough rock through there. It's probably going to be like this the whole way. Maybe not. But, I mean, let's get down there and get an accurate depiction of what happened, who was here, when were they here. Let's find out. I mean, they even say they have found Egyptian artifacts in a cave in the Grand Canyon. Of course, that being said, it's hard to get a permit to get loose down in the Grand Canyon, believe it or not. I could do it, but it wouldn't be legal. They have the Hopi Indians up there on the north ridge of that. There's a small thing about a guy's got a cattle ranch up there, and those ruins have sat there undisturbed since he's had possession of that ranch for, I think he had it for like 100 years or something, but he wouldn't let anybody go in there and all that other stuff, which, well, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I don't want to destroy history, but I would like to learn about it, you know, respectfully. So, anyway, I don't know if you are counting, but we've passed 7 Bigfoots and 1 honey badger, but he didn't care. Okay, we're about to hook to the right here. Sure glad my GPS is working down here. Sometimes it don't. Not a big fan of all these rocks, but we can do it. This would be more four-wheeler area. Yeah, let's see. Somebody's been down here not too long ago. I got a truck tire. There's loose sand. There we go. And back into the rocks. That's why I love my KLR. We get to do stuff like this. Keep her going. Let's go over here. There we go. Man, this is rocky. Rocky. Guess I'll get better at riding on rocks. It's fine. It would be more fun if it wasn't quite so rocky. Skid plate doing its job. I'm gonna try to get through here before it gets dark. We got 5.8 miles to go. We're going, yeah, we'll make it about 30, 45 minutes. We'll be all right, as long as we don't hit anything we can't get through. Up and around, baby. This would be a good time for those other tires. Woo! Okay, let's keep going. Got a lot of gear on the back. It's manageable, but it's a little bit of work. Colorado, I always tell myself, everybody's like, yeah, you'll drop your motorcycle, you'll drop it. And I'm like, you know, I'm sure I am, but I'm going to try not to drop it. And I've been successful until we got to Colorado. Pikes Peak National Forest, I dropped it 3 times. Ran off the trail once. Now my clutch fingers are tired. I mean, it's going to happen, but I'm got crash bars, I got armor, I got everything I can get to be safe. Yeah, on the right. 5.5 miles left to go. Some people might not consider this fun. I do. And I'm getting better at it. Up you go, baby. Ooh, that's sketchy. That's why those four-wheelers come through here doing 2 miles an hour. There's a big valley over there. Whew. The road's getting a little smaller. Well, this is easy here. Pretty easy. The balance of not going too fast where you can't correct for the big things. Not going too slow where it stops and keep your momentum going forward, but not too fast. Skid plate. So you can't correct. Skid plate. Oh, I want to watch that around this big cliff. Might not show Stacy this video. Can you imagine the cowboy guys, the pioneers, coming through here before there was road, before there was rock? The condition of the ground. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. Like a rock cliff there. Yeah, this would be like a lot easier on like a DRZ 400 or something like that. .9 miles to go. Come on, baby. Where the hell are we in? There we go. Now this might not be the best choice of tire. Culvert. That's weird. It looks like they either cut this road into the stone or they built that. Yeah, all this loose stuff is not good on, not optimum on 80/20 tires. Whew. That is a mess. We're giving feathering the clutch a new meaning. Skid plate. I'm surprised we haven't seen any wildlife. Yeah, I think those beamers wouldn't be any good up here. Wonder where that goes. There's something down there, like black. See it right there? Might be a cabin, a little homemade cabin. Oh wow, we got signal here. Trails on top of trails back here. This is wet. This is dry. Oh, it's everywhere. Watch me get down here where I got to turn left and get back out on the road. Then there'll be something there or something where I can't get past. And I got to go all the way back. That would be a drag. Nice view behind those trees over there. This is all wet. You always want to look down at your front tire, but you have to look ahead and pick your course, or else you'll be all over the place, even worse than what I'm doing already. I'm by no means a professional, obviously, but I'm getting better. Going down means we're going to be going up in a minute. Yeah, if you had a bike that was like 100 pounds heavier and all that stuff, you'd be up a creek on these. We are now at 4 miles left. Almost on a single track here. This is obviously a less traveled road. Ouch. Well, I don't mind the bushes as long as we minimize those rocks. That's work getting through those dudes. There is a incredible amount of rock here. Of course, we are on a mountain still. Clearly upkeep these roads. 3.8 miles to go. Another trail down there. Who in the world knows where that goes? Back into the rocks. Woods are very dense. Time like these, when you don't have a lot of airflow, this sheepskin on my seat gets a little warm. A little less upkeep on the road here. There's sand. Man. You can kind of tell how this part of the road's more washed out. Kept up less. Oh, I got a spider web. the momentum going. Somebody's been down here cutting firewood, cutting trees off the trail. Now let's see you do that in one of your heavy beamers. You can see through there a little bit. Got something in the helmet. 3.3 miles. I have to say, there's a power pole over there. How does that work? If I had more daylight, I'd stop and investigate that. I don't. Keep catching all these spider webs. We got us a big sandy up here.